All right, so in this one, we're going to be making just some few changes using the tools that we did in the last video. So I have opened the Boost As Before image, and we are just going to zoom in a little bit. Not a whole lot because it is a rather large image. Okay. The first thing we're going to do is duplicate our background layer, and we're going to get our dodge tool. So we're actually going to use the highlights range, and we're going to brighten the highlights of her eyes. She has some really cool colored eyes here, so we're just going to kind of make this a little bit cooler. Yeah. So we're just bringing out the gold in her eyes. So it's a lot. Okay. The next thing what we're going to do while we have this layer active and we are using this tool is we are going to make it a big soft brush. I'm going to click soft round and a really big one. Okay. And I'm going to turn my exposure down to like 12-ish. And we're just going to brighten parts of her face a little bit. With highlights active. So sometimes I click the wrong thing too. So we're just doing some brightening here. So you can see the difference. Okay. Once we have that done, we're going to go in and let's make her eyelashes a little bit longer. We're going to use our burn tool for that. I'm doing all of these changes on the same layer. So if you are worried that you might accidentally not be able to undo some of your burn tools since you're not as good with it, maybe do your dodge tool on one layer. Just make sure you also spell dodge correctly. All right, so I'm going to duplicate the dodge tool layer and I'm going to call that burn. And this is where we're going to give her some eyelashes that are a little bit longer. I'm going to get a hard round and turn down my brush size to like 9-ish. Turn my exposure up some. And I'm going to take shadows. So I'm going to darken the darkest part. So burn tool, shadows, exposure is around 25%. If you want to zoom in, you can. I prefer to be a little bit more zoomed in so that I can see exactly what I'm doing. Okay, so we're just going to say, I think I'm going to undo this too. My exposure is too high. I'm going to turn my exposure down some. Turn it back to 15. There we go. So we're just going over her actual lashes here. Then what I'm going to do is she has eyeliner on right here, pretty tight with her lash line. I'm going to darken that as well. I'm going to darken it on the bottom. Then I'm going to darken some of those lashes on the bottom as well. All right. Go over here to the other eye. I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. One, two. Darken that lash line. And on the bottom. All right, let's zoom out and see what kind of difference that makes. All right, so we have all of our changes active. I'm going to put those into a group so I can see them compared to the original. Expand my group. Remember, if you you put group stuff, make sure you expand your group so I can see your layers. Otherwise, you won't get credit for doing those layers. We're going to turn it off. So a pretty dramatic difference there. All right, so that's what you're going to screenshot and turn in.